This is Black Views, bringing you the Black News. So today, I have an interesting story for my brothers and sisters. Hopefully, they see the lesson that's in what's going on to us as a people. Some of you are alternative, and some of you are straight. You know what I'm saying? When I say alternative, you know what that is. But the point is that we are black. Okay? We black. Straight up. It's straight up. Y'all do y'all thing, but at the same time, at the end of the day, we are black. So let's break it down to you. Mr. George Foreman accused by two women of sexual abuse in the 70s. Now, I say to myself, these courts and judges are supposed to be of competent jurisdiction. That means, there's something going on there that oversees that the justice is competent, that there's some competency in the judging, there's some competency in the law system that currently exists. So I say to myself now, we're able to have sexual abuse cases from 1970. Now, when I say that, I say cases. I don't know. Listen, honestly, to tell you, I don't know because I wasn't there. But for you to be 60 something years old, right? This is a statute that there used to be a limitation on sexual abuses, but they lifted that in 2020. So when you do that, you open up the floodgate. Basically, that's just what they did. So anybody, that was in the 70s, they may have grabbed someone's buttocks, maybe grabbed their, maybe something that wasn't sexually inappropriate because, then now they can file a claim, not for not for legally, but for civil lawsuits. You see what I'm saying? They can file it. They can file a claim and try to get a check off of that. And my thing is, see, when you start opening the floodgate for things like this, you see, what you start to do is open up something else. Because in my eyes, I feel like the same way that they can go back and they can say George Foreman in 1973, kissed my auntie and she wants to sue for what you did. I feel like the same way we should be able to go all the way back to the 30s, the 40s, just all the way back as far as we have records to document. Go all the way back and sue. Yes, sir. Sue companies, sue industries, sue the Wall Street, all that. Break it down, and guess what? We are willing to put you on a payment plan. Yes, sir, a payment plan. So guess what that means? Okay, granted, you owe us several, $1 trillion, more than trillions, but we'll take cash advance right now. And then, monthly, or we can work it out monthly. You pay this much and this much. And this is to every African American. I wasn't trying to go in exactly to this. So let me go ahead and tell the story, basically. Basically, two women who accused the American former heavyweight boxing champion George Foreman of sexually abusing them in the 1970s have filed a lawsuit in Los Angeles court. So this happened they were sexually abused in the 70s, and they are now filing this in court in 2022 or 20, however long they really put in that claim. All right, Foreman 73 has denied the allegations since they first became public. Last month, the spokespeople referred questions about the lawsuit to this earlier statement. The women filed separate lawsuits under the synonyms of Gwen G and Denise F and Los Angeles County Superior Court on Wednesday. So basically, this They ain't even gotta use their whole names. This how the system is just so riggedy and corrupt that someone can claim something about you. Okay, I mean, look, we sitting here looking. I'm looking at a report in the news with Foreman's face on the jump, but we can't know who it is that's accusing them. Both women, now in their 60s, say they first met Foreman as a child because their fathers were boxing associates of Foreman. So their fathers were boxing, associates, people that are professionals and that probably consulted. Denise, a Los Angeles resident, accused Foreman of grooming her when she was 8 years old and having sex with her when she was 15. In one instance, in San Francisco hotel room. This is what she's claiming, Joe. It's at 15. Then she's 60, right? Okay. Gwen, a Nevada resident, said she first met Foreman when she was 9 and accused him of sexually abusing and raping her when she was 15 and 16. Oh, including at an apartment in Beverly Hills. She said Foreman told her father would lose his boxing advisor job if she did not comply. Foreman called the allegations false and baseless. Over the past 6 months, two women have been trying to extort millions of dollars from each of his family members as well as him. And his statement said, "And don't pick fights. He don't pick fights, but he don't run away from them either." Foreman is referred to as a DOE1 in the lawsuit, but described in them as a professional boxer who defeated Joe Frazier in 1973 to become the heavyweight champion of the world before losing the title to Muhammad Ali. So, okay, these ladies, 60-year-old ladies that are putting in a claim that are basically saying that he had sex with them when they were 15, but he groomed them both. Like he had a pattern of this. You see how they're trying to scar his legacy with his family. All these things no one knew anything about. No one said anything about this for we're talking about since 73. That's what 30 over 32 years. No, we're talking about 30. Man, listen to the point that I'm trying to say. We're in 2022. This is almost 50 years ago. So I'm not trying to say that people didn't do bad things. People are doing bad things every day. And hold up. And like I keep trying to tell you, they weren't doing bad things in the 70s. They was in the 60s. They were in the 50s. They were in the 40s, the 30s, the 20s, the 10s, the 100s. And then even before that, we had people that were killing. Basically, just taking advantage of families who could not stand up for themselves, didn't have lawyers, wasn't allowed to defend themselves in court, and they were railroaded by these vultures who now today stand as Fortune 500 companies. And so, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if you're going to try to sit there and say, okay, you want to go after Bill Cosby for this in the 50s, and then this one now you want to go after him for the 70s. What you're doing is you're creating a playing field where basically now you open the door for everybody. So I say this should be a national movement if they're going to allow us to go back to a time where some of us weren't born. I mean, we're basically this person, and see, what you don't want to do, you want to be careful how you say this, because you want to show the utmost respect for the victim. If this happened, but god damn, you let us watch him become champion. You let us watch him sell his grills. You let him do all this over accumulated years. Then you're going to come out and say, yeah, he did that. I mean, just look at the pattern. R. Kelly. I'm not trying to say he didn't do what he did, but look at the pattern, how they waited. Like they built these people, and these people made as much money as they could off of them. You don't know what kind of backdoor deal will Foreman say, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to wear a dress on Saturday Night Live. I don't know. I'm not even saying that's what it is. But now suddenly we have people claiming that 1973 and basically 1972 to 1973, they were violated. And I just say, let this be for all black people. Let us all go back to times when things were done to us that we should be able to capitalize from and get monetary value for. Whether that can be land and we can sell it and get money, or that can just be cash payments. You know what I'm saying? And and some of these companies that did these horrible things to us can provide us with the stock options. All that good stuff, man, needs to be expressed, and there needs to be justice in America. Thank you very much. This is Black Views, bringing you the Black News.